What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where in this one we're going to talk a little bit about the quarterback situation. We talked about it yesterday, getting this video to you a little later than I wanted to, but day job, getting to the gym, all that stuff. But wanted to have this conversation because it almost came up and I was about to start, rambling about it during yesterday's video. But I thought this conversation deserved its own video. Now, we have come, and I kind of talked about it in yesterday's video, I guess, that Anthony Richardson, there were reports about Anthony Richardson, probably going to be good to go for training camp. It's more inflammation than an injury to the joint. You're right, Shane Steichen, once again, not using the right words with the media, and everybody freaks out. Anthony's going to be fine. It's exactly what I said. Throwing a bunch throughout this offseason, especially at camp, throwing over 100 balls a day. CJ Stroud the day before, it came out that he has shoulder soreness. And he had to sit out. This happens to a lot of quarterbacks every year, which I tried to say yesterday. But as we sit here and talk about it, we have Daniel Jones now getting the reps with the first team. And from what I heard and from what I've seen, I don't have inside information. So it's just different things that I've seen, different things that I've heard other people talking about, is that Daniel Jones, for all intents and purposes, kind of took a bit, at least in the portion where media was able to watch the team. They get one of 3 practices to be able to watch the team this week. And what I saw was that Daniel Jones was 6 for 7 in the 11-on-11 work, one of which was a deep ball to Alec Pierce, which Alec Pierce mossed a guy. Alex Coleman, I think is what his name is. And he got mossed, got him inside the 10. A.D. Mitchell catches a touchdown pass. Apparently the one incompletion was actually a very catchable ball, is what I saw, and that Michael Pittman Jr. probably should have caught it. And overall, and just seeing the videos that have come out, I've taken heat for a long time, brother, about being somebody who backs Daniel Jones. I've tried telling people for so long, get Daniel Jones away from New York, and let's see if he can really have success. Because a lot like AR, he possesses the talent to be a really good NFL quarterback. So, this is a situation, I think Anthony's going to come in. Hopefully, of course, you would need him to stay healthy. But throughout the season, need him to stay healthy. But you got to think during the season, first of all, he's not going to be throwing as much in season as he is right during the offseason and during training, as he's getting ready and continuing to put work in. He obviously just overused the arm, and that's not going to happen throughout the season, especially the offense we run throughout practices, throughout games. Not likely that he's going to overwork his arm. So it's not something I'm overly concerned about. It's obviously the other issues. Is the back going to be an issue? Is anything else going to pop up? Obviously, concussions. We've seen him get a concussion, other quarterbacks that run the ball. So he's got to be able to take care of himself. We saw last year, the growth he had in terms of taking care of himself. And so I continue to go back to the fact that, however this shakes out, I'm confident. I feel like this isn't, a lot of people I feel think that this is going to be a situation where, you have these 2 guys and one of them has to win the job. I said this before and I'll say it again. One of these guys, these guys have so much potential. There's so much talent on this team, specifically around the quarterback, that one of these guys is going to win the job. It's going to be undeniable in training camp. It's going to be undeniable throughout the preseason games, throughout the joint practices. It'll be undeniable which guy should be the starter, in my opinion. And at that point, I want it to be, I hope it's AR. I feel like he's probably favored to be able to do that. Right, with the camaraderie of the team and how much the team supports him, and his explosive ability, everything that comes with AR. So I think if I had to put money on it, I'd say Anthony Richardson starts week 1. But if it's Daniel Jones, then that means he won the job. And that means all this time that I tried to tell people, right? My boy, my best friend, he's a Giants fan. From where he lives, I don't know how that happened. He's a Giants fan, and it's been rough. And I've tried to tell him, like, dude, I'm sorry, your franchise is even more trash than what the Colts have been, but everybody at least has success, right? My boy has to sit there and just watch it as that's a thing. And now I know he's sitting here and he's hoping, probably quiet. Well, actually, I think we talked about it. He does hope Daniel Jones has success because it keeps happening. He's at a point of being done with the Giants, but Daniel Jones, he has capability. People are going to scoff at it. People are going to laugh at it. People are going to ridicule me for my opinion of Daniel Jones. Is he perfect? No. But like that's not something I'm worried. I'm not worried about either of these guys coming in being perfect. I'm going to be good enough. The defense should take a step up, and that's a conversation we're going to have. But as long as one of these quarterbacks the quarterback can't be the reason we lose games. Everything else will fall into place. As long as the quarterback takes care of the ball, moves the ball down the field, don't take negative plays, simple stuff, right? I mean, simple when you say it out loud, right? Sitting here just talking about it on YouTube and talking about it with the Colts Nation. But I mean, it's what the greats do, right? I heard Bill Belichick talking about it on the pivot, right? What was Tom Brady so great at? Don't take negative plays. Whatever happens, the worst case scenario is that we stay neutral, hoping to get at least, 2-3 yards every given play, right? Which is the Eagles model, right? So, sitting here talking about the quarterbacks in this conversation, man, a lot of people talk about, who's going to start week 1. And we had a conversation, what maybe at this point, I haven't even checked. It might be the biggest video on this channel, right? The Anthony Richardson video, talking about, how he looked and kind of what I had seen and what I had hoped we were going to be able to see, right? My hope that he's going to win the job and that he's going to run away with it as quarterback 1. And now here we sit just a couple weeks later having to have this conversation again because exactly what I feared and a lot of us feared came to fruition. And it's getting harder to defend Anthony, for sure. We talked about that yesterday. And again, man, I'm still hopeful he's the guy. People are going to talk trash. As soon as they hear me say that, people are going to be like, oh, well, he's not going to be the guy. Da, da, da. Like, I get it. I understand why you say that. I just hope you're wrong. Because the potential's great. He's so young. I want him to work out so bad. And hopefully he does. But again, whichever quarterback wins the job, who cares? As long as we win games, right? So you guys let me know your thoughts on the updated quarterback situation. What are you thinking? Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, who's quarterback 1? How do you think it goes? How do you feel about it? Any of that, you let me know down in the comment section. Of course, if you enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button. It's incredible for the channel, really helps out. So does subscribing, having notifications on so you get notified anytime content drops on this channel. And of course, I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.